Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am actually so excited for today's video. I have been having fun doing some reflecting videos this year, not only reflecting on like my December purchases last year, although I haven't updated that for a couple months. But anyway, I did like reflecting on my like 2017, 2018, 2019 Sephora VIB purchases and I had so much fun with that. And today is actually the day that the Beautylish Lucky Bags go on sale for this year. And I have, in the last 6 years, purchased the Lucky Bag 4 times. And actually, I think I meant to purchase it all 6 years. But I remember specifically there was one time, and I remember this so specifically, out at Margaritaville in Mall of America, and I remember so vividly being like, oh my gosh, as I'm eating like my chips and drinking my margarita, I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to order my Beautylish Lucky Bag. And then I logged on and there were none left and I was so sad. But I have 4 years to reflect on with you guys. I do think I will try to purchase the Lucky Bag this year. I'm undecided on whether or not I go with the $75 option or the $150. I hope the $150 option just isn't available and it makes the decision for me. But as I reflected back on the last 4 years, there's only been one time that I've gotten the like XL bag, and that was like the best of the best. So I have 2019, 2020, 2023, and 2024 to share with you. And I think I'm gonna do it like I've done some of my Sephora reflectings, where I insert clips of like me unboxing. So don't judge my old makeup. Don't judge my makeup today. More and more as I age, I'm like, my eyes are just not symmetrical and it drives me freaking bonkers. But that's what I think we're gonna do. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like eyeshadow palettes or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay. We're gonna go in years order, and the first year that I ordered the Beautylish Lucky Bag was 2019. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Beautylish Lucky Bag, Beautylish is obviously like a makeup brand's website, and every year they sell these Lucky Bags. There's 2 options. There is like the regular Lucky Bag, and then there's an XL option, which historically in the past, even if you were on the website at launch, it's like impossible to get the XL. And then you get, oh my gosh, you get like somewhere between, okay, the regular size bag is $75, and I believe you're guaranteed at least $150 worth of value. The XL is $150, and then you are guaranteed like maybe $300 worth of value. But I think the thing about these is like there are extra lucky bags that are floating around, and so sometimes you get like extra lucky. I never have. So 2019 was the first year that I got the bag, and it was the just regular bag. And so the first product that I got in my Lucky Bag was Okay, I'm just gonna reach in and grab something to begin. Ooh, okay, so first we have a little Viseart palette, and I've said this on my channel before, but I have a Viseart Petite and I was rather disappointed by it. Viseart Theory palette. Ooh. This is so fitting. So I don't know if it says the number on here. Theory, I think that's 4 in Roman numerals. But it is a purple palette. Was the Viseart Amethyst Theory palette. I, back in the day, was not a fan of Viseart at all. I just could not wrap my head around the Viseart formula, which is wild because I think the Viseart formula is probably one of the most beginner-friendly formulas ever. I think what bothered me about it at the time is ABH was like all the rage, so I was expecting like just such a pigmented shadow right off the bat, whereas Viseart is an artistry brand, so these shadows are just more buildable, but so much easier to work with because they are more buildable. And I did go on to declutter this palette, but I think if I had this palette today, I would be really grateful for it. So I definitely did not appreciate this palette at the time. Okay, so this is an Artistic blush by Sorrel. So it's a blush. Ooh, and it's just like a little slide, and I'm not gonna lie, not really the first blush color that I go with. That is Pigmented. I also got a Surratt blush, which also at that time I did not even know the Surratt as a brand, but it is like a really high-end luxe brand. at Beautylish, available at Beautylish, and there's definitely some products that I'm really interested in trying at Surratt. I will say, even if I had this, even if I were to unbox this specific blush today, it was extremely pigmented and very bright, so I don't think it would be my perfect blush, but there are definitely some blushes from Surratt that I do have my eye on. I believe I have one Surratt product currently in my collection, which is one of their like potted shadows. Not my personal like makeup aesthetic, but I do have that product. I did also go on to declutter the Surratt blush that I unboxed in this video.
Next up, we have a brush. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, so this is a Wayne Goss brush, and this is his number 13 brush, which I'm not gonna lie, Wayne Goss brushes are so nice. I have one. I'm wondering what this one looks like. It could be like a nice contour brush.
Next up, we got a Wayne Goss brush, which Wayne Goss brushes historically are more expensive. I will say I went to go like dig this brush out and I can't find it, but I don't remember ever decluttering this brush. It wasn't like my perfect shaped brush, but if I were to find this and dig it out now, maybe I would find a different use for it. So I think if it was a different shaped brush, I would have found more value in this, but I ended up not even using this brush that much. I was so grateful. I remember being very grateful to get a Wayne Goss brush because, especially at that time, I feel like Wayne Goss brushes were like, and just Wayne Goss's brand in general was thought of really highly. So there was that. I believe that to still be in my collection somewhere.
Looks like I have 3 products left. I'm gonna grab, this must be a lip product maybe? A lip product. Okay, so this is a Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick, and I know a lot of people like don't support Jeffree Star, and I've bought a few of his liquid lipsticks. I don't mind his liquid lipstick formula, and this looks like a really pretty nude, so I'm actually really excited about this because all my other liquid lipsticks from him are a deep shade. This is gonna be like a super pale nude though. I'll be interested to see how this like actually looks on my lips, but I'm actually really excited about this. This is more of like a peachy nude, and if I didn't say, this is in the shade Skin Tight, so I'm actually happy about this. I believe his liquid lipsticks retail for $18.
The fourth item that I got was a Jeffree Star liquid lipstick, and I think it was in the shade Celebrity Skin. Very nude, but like pinky nude. And this just honestly was not a flattering shade on me. I will also say, like, Jeffree Star has just been such a controversial person that I really got to a place where I just like didn't really want to support his brand, talk about his brand. But there is a liquid lipstick that I would still be interested in potentially going back to repurchase. I used to own it, and if I do get really into liquid lipsticks again, the shade Unicorn Blood was this really beautiful, bold, kind of vampy shade, and I would be interested in getting that again, but I maybe reached for Celebrity Skin somewhere between 5 to 10 times before I also decluttered that.
This is by Good Molecules. This is their Super Peptide Serum.
All right, and then I got the Good Molecules Super Peptide Serum, which typically now you get a Good Molecules product in every Beautylish Lucky Bag. Good Molecules is their in-house skincare brand. It's not super expensive, so I didn't feel like this added a ton of value to the box. I do believe I went on to finish that product though, so at least we have one product that I actually used from the box.
Last but not least, whatever this is. Oh, okay. This is the Becca Glow on the Go set.
And then the final product that I got was the Becca Glow on the Go set in the shade Rose Gold. I actually ended up putting this into a giveaway just because Rose Gold wasn't a perfect shade for me. So of all the products that we got in the 2019 box, this seems to have been overall a big bust. And I will note, I think I'm definitely more like, I like to do the Beautylish Lucky Bags because I think there's fun in unboxing them. I enjoy filming my Beautylish Lucky Bag unboxing video, but in terms of value, I've never found a ton of value out of the boxes until we get to last year's box. I will say that. So I would say 2019 was pretty much a bust, but I will also note that if I were to get that Viseart palette today, I likely would have valued it more. Moving on to the year of 2020, the first product that we got in the 2020 box was, I'm just gonna reach right in and feel what we feel. So first up, this is what I'm grabbing. This is from Juno & Co, and this is
their Moonshine Miracle Cream. I will, when I go and edit, I will post the actual value of the products on the screen. But
the Junko Moisturizer, which I do believe I ended up using this up entirely. I don't really remember my thoughts on this product, but clearly I didn't go on to repurchase it. I honestly don't know if this brand is still a brand. I usually don't shop on the Beautylish site. The only time I do is when I'm purchasing my Beautylish Lucky Bag. And then this past year, or maybe, yeah, I think this past year, I went out and bought more Smith brushes. You can get Smith brushes on Beautylish, and I really enjoyed the Smith brushes. But aside from that, I don't really shop on Beautylish's site. I'm never like perusing their site, so I don't know if this brand still exists. Next, I have something in my hands. Here we go. Okay, so from Stila, I got a tri-pack of their Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow sets. This is the iridescent set. Then I got a Stila Glitter and Glow 3-pack, the little minis. The Stila Glitter and Glows, I like them, but they dry out so quickly, and I swear the minis just came dry. I don't think I got use out of these because I think they came dry, so not a lot of value in that. Let's see, I'm just gonna grab this one. Feels heavy. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the palette that I ended up getting in my box is the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. Really cool kind of to see how this is packaged and to look at it in person. I'm not gonna swatch this at all just because I think I may end up selling this on Poshmark. Then I got the Jeffree Star Blue Blood eyeshadow palette. And I will say again what I just said, I just don't feel or haven't felt comfortable really supporting Jeffree Star's brand on my channel. And also the year 2020, I had not yet learned of my love for blue eyeshadow. And as I go back to kind of look at what that palette looked like, there was also a lot of like teal or minty shades in that, whereas I don't always love I don't love a mint. Not don't always. I just never really like a mint. I like a cool toned true blue, or I like a blue-green shifty like iridescent shadow. But when it comes to like a mint or like a teal matte, that's just not my vibe. So I did end up decluttering this eyeshadow palette. Okay, next up, yay, I'm excited that I got this. This is from Good Molecules. It's their Niacinamide Brightening Toner. All right, then I got the Good Molecules Brightening Toner, which I believe is honestly still sitting unused under my bathroom sink. Either that or I've gone on to declutter this, and if it is sitting under my bathroom sink, I probably should just declutter it because at this point it's 5 years old. I just don't use a toner that much. Don't use a brightening toner. I feel like 2020, maybe I was like doing my skincare a lot in 2020, but maybe I just wasn't doing a brightening toner that much. By the way, I just showered and my hair isn't fully dried, and then it's really gonna bug me because whatever. Anyway, as I said, the Good Molecules is an in-house Beautylish brand, so it doesn't add a whole lot of value to the box. So I definitely did not use that up in full. From Danessa Myricks Beauty, this is their Dew Wet Balm. Oh, that does have like a very interesting texture. So this is kind of like a dewy sort of highlight that actually looks really pretty. I also got the Danessa Myricks Dew Wet Balm. It's so funny to watch myself like unbox that and be like, Danessa Myricks? And now I love Danessa Myricks. Danessa Myricks brand is in Sephora. I have many products from the line. I love her eyeshadows, but I did go on to declutter the Dew Balm just because it's not the type of product I reach for. Even to this day, if I were to unbox the Dew Balm, I don't necessarily know that I would get a ton of use out of it because I don't reach for a highlight all that frequently. And this is more of like, it reminds me of the cream portion of the Patrick Ta duo in that it's almost like a Vaseline for your face. More makeup artistry value in that rather than just like your average Joe Schmo like me. So I did go on to also declutter that. And then the final thing that I got in that box, which I was really excited about, was, and then the last product I am super excited about, this is a makeup brush from Sonia G. So I've never tried any of Sonia G's makeup brushes before, and I'm really happy that it is an eyeshadow brush. It's a Sonia G eyeshadow brush, which I I do still have in my collection. This was the Worker 3, and I am so happy to have this. I will say this isn't my most used brush. It is more of like a thick, dense brush, but from time to time I still will reach into this, and it was my first experience with the Sonia G brush, so that was really exciting. I definitely would be interested in picking up more Sonia brushes. They are an investment. Super high quality though. Where did mine just go? Super high quality, like even like the ferrule and stuff, it just feels really luxe. So I would say of the 2020 box, this one provided definitely the most value, and then I used up that moisturizer, but also just a bust. Like also just many of the products I either decluttered or didn't end up using, so kind of a bust. Then we skipped a couple years, and now we're on to the year 2023. So in 2023, the first item that I got in the box was, do you think this is like skincare? Oh, okay. It's from Briogeo, which I like the brand Briogeo, but I don't know if I'll get much use out of this because I have a product like this and I like rarely ever reach for it. This is the Briogeo Stimulating Therapy Massager. It's like a scalp massager. A Briogeo scalp scrub. And I've already either thrown this away or passed it along to my sister. I just don't use a scalp scrub brush. I just don't. So this just was hanging in my shower for over a year, and I was like, I literally never use this, and this is just taking up space, so I'm gonna get rid of this. So that did not provide value to me. The Good Molecules product that I got in this box was the, what do we think this is? Too big to be a lipstick, it feels like, but okay. So this is the Hydrating Face Oil. This is the Ultra Hydrating Face Oil. I feel like this is really small. Hydrating Face Oil, which I either used up and have another one, or I am almost out of this one. I did find value in this product. I have chronically dry skin, so any sort of face oil I typically usually really enjoy. So I was actually happy to get the Hydrating Face Oil, and the one from Good Molecules is pretty thick, very hydrating, and I do enjoy it. So I actually did find value in the Good Molecules product. This is from MOB. It is a cream clay blush, which I can't remember who I just heard talking about an MOB cream blush, and I was excited to try it, except for, is this really like how it's to be a pretty sheer cream blush? How am I going to like, is this like, oh, I think there's a magnet, so I can put this in like a Z palette, but is that gonna keep it like fresh? I don't know. This is what the shade looks like. This actually looks like it'll be a really, really beautiful cream blush shade. Then I got the Mob Beauty cream blush, which I did go on to declutter. I don't know if Mob Beauty, I don't think it's an in-house brand, but I got a Mob Beauty product then again the following year, so I don't know if it's just a common theme in the boxes. I don't know. I maybe tried the cream blush one time, and I was just like, wasn't super excited about that. Wasn't excited to try it. So that has since exited my collection. And then I also got, what is this? Ooh, this is from Wayne Goss. Okay. I have been wanting to try the Wayne Goss eyeshadow palettes, but I'm excited to try this. This is a cream lipstick in the shade Macadamia, which actually looks like it's a really beautiful, nude shade, which sometimes I feel like in mystery boxes you get like the shades that like nobody wants, and this actually looks like a nude I would love. Oh yeah, it looks like, okay, yes. I also got a Wayne Goss lipstick, which I was excited about, but the shade just really didn't end up working for me. It was too pinky and too warm. There was something about it, I can't remember if it was too pinky or too warm, one of the two. It just was not a flattering shade on me, so I did go on to declutter that. What's this, an eyeliner? A lip liner, a lip pencil, also from Wayne Goss. Okay, I'm excited about this. I am not a huge lip pencil gal, but you know what? That's okay. I actually feel like I kind of like that. And then with, well, I don't necessarily know that this matches. Here, let me swatch it like right by there is the lip liner, and then there's the lipstick. Also got a Wayne Goss lip liner, which I think, yes, I did also go on to declutter that. I will say last year I did not value lip liner as much as I do now. I've definitely been getting into a lip liner, but if I'm remembering correctly, it also was a lip liner that was just a little bit too pinky for my preference. whereas I prefer something that's a little bit more like cool toned, like nudie pinky brown. Like there needs to be a little bit of brown to it rather than just like a straight pink. So even if I got this today, I didn't like the shade and I don't think I would have found value in it. Oh, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Easy Eye Palette. Okay. All right, for the eyeshadow palette that came in this box, I was very excited that it was the Charlotte Tilbury Darling Eyes, I believe, 6pan palette. I was really excited about this because Charlotte Tilbury is a very popular brand. I really enjoy a lot of, you know, Charlotte Tilbury products. But I found that that palette was extremely one-noted and it really read as those like typical, more like luxe, high-end brand, like rosy tones. Really gave kind of like the Pat McGrath vibes. And I feel like a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products really run that like rosy pink. And so I ended up passing this along too. I was just like, no, this isn't what I'm looking for. I will say I do feel like that added value to the palette, and probably to someone who has a more curated, smaller makeup collection, they probably would have loved that. But for me, it wasn't my personal eyeshadow aesthetic. So that has also been decluttered. And now the last thing, which I hope I'm super excited about. We'll see. What is it, you guys? Am I gonna like die of excitement or be really upset? Okay. Whatever this is, my heart is like kind of racing right now, because I've wanted to try like a Wayne Goss brush set or a Sonia G brush set for so long, but like can't get myself to spend the money. Plus I feel like, thinking about me and my makeup consumption, like it would be better if I got like a brush set, like a high-end, high-quality brush set rather than like a ton of makeup. I'm scared. What do we think it is? It's brushes. What are they? What are these? What brand is this? I'm not sure. And then the final thing that I got in that box was a large unit face brush set. I'm sure I still have them. I have a space where I keep like a bunch of brushes for my daughter if she's ever looking for a makeup brush, or sometimes I'll cycle through and see like, okay, am I feeling something different for makeup brushes? Do I want to try these again? But the way that the brush like hairs were, the bristles, like I felt like it was like too flexible, and I just didn't love them. I didn't love them. Again, I'm sure they're sitting with my brush collection. I haven't like passed them along, thrown them out, nothing like that. But I certainly don't use any of these brushes. So of all of the things from the 2023 box, the only thing that was valuable in that was the Good Molecules Hydrating Face Oil. You guys are probably typing away like, girl, don't buy the Beautylish Lucky Bag this year. You never like the products you get. But it's the fun. It's the fun of opening it, okay? All right, and then we were gonna wrap it up with the year of 2024. So a year ago, most recently. And I will say, if I were to rank the boxes, it would probably go 2024 at the top, 2019. Ooh, and then 2020, and then 2023 at the very bottom, I think, would be the way that I would rank them. But there were actually some amazing products in the 2024 box. So let's get into it. So the first product in the 2024 box, I will say, was probably the biggest bust. What is this first? This is like some sort of tube jar. Okay. Okay. We have from R&Co the Crystal Halo Balance Scalp Scrub and Shampoo. Second, third. Just wasn't my favorite product. I do still have this in my shower. It is the Briogeo Scalp Scrub. I just, because I have such thick hair, I don't always love a scalp scrubby sort of product, because I feel like the granules just make my hair feel even more dry. And sometimes I'm like, do I still have these granules in my hair after washing? Because I feel like my thick hair just like keeps them all in. So not my favorite type of product. I haven't decluttered it though, and I still use it, you know, from time to time. I probably used it 4 times in the entire year of 2024, but I do still own that. Then we got the Hindash Hero Liner, which mine is still going strong, and I feel like I've used this a lot. I absolutely love this. This is something that I will use Beautylish to purchase the Hindash liquid liner. I love this. It has such a fine tip to it. I find it so easy to line my like upper lid. I absolutely love this. My favorite liquid liner that I have ever found. So I do really value this box for presenting the Hindash liquid liner into my life, because I have found my favorite liquid liner. And I believe that retails for like $26. So a more expensive liquid liner, now a more expensive liquid liner for me to go out and repurchase, but that did add a ton of value. And then this was in the box. This is probably the most valuable, this is the most valuable product I have received across all of the boxes that I've ever gotten. It is the Danessa Myricks Groundworks Defining Neutrals palette, and I use this every single day, this shade right here, every single day in my brows. I have reached for this palette over 200 times this year. So when we talk about like a product actually adding value to the box, 100%. This is something that I wanted to purchase, but then I didn't purchase it because it wasn't like the shiny, exciting multi-chrome shadow palette from Danessa Myricks. So I was like, I don't need it. I wouldn't have likely bought this for myself, but adding this to the box made me realize how like utilitarian this palette is. And I went on then to buy the Danessa Myricks Groundworks Blooming palette because I know the value that this adds to my collection, and then I felt like the Blooming would also add the same kind of value to my makeup collection. So I am so incredibly grateful I got this in my Beautylish box. This in general makes the whole box for me, although this retails I think for $60-ish and the box cost me $150 plus shipping. But like I said, I also really liked the Hindash liquid liner. The fourth product was probably the biggest bust. It was the Kitsched Organic Scrunchies. What's this? Okay, interesting. We have from itsjustSteph, we have some of their organic scrunchies. I do like a scrunchie, but there was something about these scrunchies that I'm just like, okay, I still have them, but they're not my favorite. I could have done without these. I would have rather got like the Kitsch pillow scrunchie or like a Kitsch pillowcase. The organic scrunchies, I could have done without. Then we got a Mob Beauty lipstick that looks like this is like a beautiful red shade. Oh, like a very true red, and it's a satin. Seems to be a satin formula, which I actually prefer. That is like a true like blue based red. That is really beautiful. This was a red shade, and again, I'm just not like super interested in the Mob Beauty brand. I don't reach for lipsticks that frequently, and if I'm gonna go for a red, oftentimes I'd rather reach for a liquid lipstick. The good thing for me is my daughter's really into lipstick, especially red lipstick when she plays with makeup, so I pass this along to her. So I guess she got value out of this, which in turn makes me get value because then she gets to play with fun makeup too. Another very exciting product from that box was another Sonia G brush, and this is, I don't remember what this one is. Oh, sorry, the Crease Medium. I absolutely love this. I get so much use out of this brush. It's a smaller brush, very easy for me and my like hooded downturned eyes to blend shadow like into the crease. This was such a valuable addition, and this I feel like makes me kind of have a better sense of direction for what I'd be looking for out of my eyeshadow brushes. And if I were to purchase more from Sonia G, I would be like, okay, like steer me in the direction of something similar to this. Whereas the other brush was not necessarily something that I personally would reach for on an everyday basis. So this also I was very excited about and added a ton of value to the box. So three, and I can't remember exactly how much this retails for, but I have to think at least 25, if not like upwards of like 30 or over 30. So like three very high valued products in my opinion. Like I'm so pleased with the 2024 box. That's why I'm like, do I need to get the XL? I kind of want to do an experiment where if I go back to the regular box, am I as disappointed as the other 3 years? Maybe we need just the regular box, you know, to test for science. All right, then I got a Wayne Goss eye kohl pencil, which I think is probably in my eyeliners. Honestly, an eye kohl, like, yeah, I think that's, you know, I'll use it. Is it the most exciting product? No, but it's also one of those products that like you don't necessarily want to go out and buy for yourself. So to get just a standard black eye kohl in a beauty box is kind of valuable, because it's a product I'll use, and it's also a product I don't get excited to go out and purchase. So at least I got it in the beauty box. I have one set for, you know, probably longer than a year, just based on how frequently I reach for a product like that. So that I honestly feel like was a good addition to the box as well. All right, then I was so excited to get, ooh, okay. I feel like I actually am excited about this. Okay, this is from Natasha Denona. It's the Pastel Plexi Glow Highlighter. The Natasha Denona Pastel Highlighter, because this is a product that I kept thinking about and kept thinking about and kept thinking about and kept wanting to buy for myself. I did go on to test and try that, and it didn't turn out to be a favorite highlight for me, but that's okay. There was still value in that being in the box because that was a product that I actually wanted to buy for myself, and then I got it in the box. I do feel like there was value in that. And then the final product in the box was the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream Light. I believe this retails for $100, so adds a ton of value. Is this something that I'm gonna go out and repurchase after I finish it? No, but is it a luxurious treat to myself to get to use this product? Yes. So in total, the only busts from that box were the R&Co Scalp Scrub, the Kitsch Organic Scrunchies, and then the Mob Beauty Lipstick. Everything else I actually feel like added so much value, and I was so pleased with the 2024 box. I still have a lot of these products in my collection. Granted, they've been in my, like, I opened that box only a year ago, but I mean, I will use this up. I don't see myself decluttering this, and in fact, I would want to buy another one of these once that shade's gone. I want a refill shade is what I want. This is going to be like, hopefully a lifelong brush for me. I get so much use out of this, and then I will empty this out. Whereas like in years past, I really only got use out of like one product in the box. So those are all of the products that I've received in my Beautylish Lucky Bags, the 4 years that I have purchased the bag. Yes, I will be buying one of the Beautylish Lucky Bags this year. I'm not exactly sure which one, the regular or the XL, so stay tuned to find out. But I would love to know if you buy the Beautylish Lucky Bag, what your experience has been, maybe what your favorite product that you've gotten in the Beautylish Lucky Bag has been. Let us all know in the comments below, or let us know if you think it is the biggest waste of money and you would stay far, far away. Don't worry, I'm still gonna be buying it, regardless of those comments. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch and for supporting me and my channel, as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.